What's up guys, I'm Akila. Welcome to my channel. In today's video we're reviewing BeautyBlender's new Bounce Concealer. So if you would like to see how that performs along with their foundation, please keep on watching. Okay, so we have the new Bounce foundation by BeautyBlender. I didn't really get to try out the foundation when it released last year. I remember all the hoopla and I did not buy it, but I did see good reviews from people who tried it. So let's go ahead and look at this concealer. I have it in Tan Amber 3.75 W. Okay, so the packaging says that it's long wear, weightless, full coverage, and it brightens and hydrates. It says you can get full coverage in one swipe, conceal, brighten with this weightless formula that easily blends to an airbrush finish. Best applied on moisturized skin. So we're gonna go ahead and prep my skin for today's festivities. We're gonna use the Juno Miracle Cream Primer. If you hear snoring, it's my dog. Okay, so this is what the concealer looks like. Like, this is the packaging. Let me show you the applicator because the applicator is special. It's supposed to look like a mini beauty blender. I did touch it. It's not squishy. I thought it would be squishy, but it's not. On some application videos and pictures, I've seen that they use the shape of the applicator to do different things. Like, I've seen them use the flat side to carve out brows and you know, to go under the eyes. This color might be a little too bright to do my eyebrows, but we're gonna try it anyways. So we're gonna use this flat side right here. I know I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm not that good, but I'm gonna go as close as I can. That is bright. This is way brighter than I'm accustomed to, so I'm just gonna carve out the bottom parts of my brows with this. Yeah, usually I go to a color that's like almost my skin tone, if not like a shade lighter. One thing that I am noticing with this concealer so far is that it's more on the thick side. Like, it's not a runny liquidy concealer. That is bright, Akila. Like, wow. I did buy this concealer online, so I really didn't know like where to go and what to pick, but we're definitely going to make this work. This color is definitely going to give me that bright Hollywood under eye effect because this is really bright. And it's crazy because I don't know, it's not giving me, it's not looking like it's going to be that light when I look at it in the tube, but it is what it is. If I had got a shade that was closer to my complexion, I would like spot conceal and be able to do my brows, but this isn't the right shade to do that. Okay, so for the foundation, I got samples just in case I did not like this foundation. I didn't want to purchase a whole bottle of it. I have enough foundation and I'm not trying to create more waste than necessary. Okay, so I have 4.20, which is the shade that the Sephora girl recommended for me. And then I have 4.10. This is the shade that foundation.com recommended, which is a website that you could put in your foundation matches in there and it would recommend you your shade in the foundation of your choosing. We're gonna go ahead and swatch it. Okay, this is 4.1. I can't really see it, but it is more on the cool olive side, which is what they said it was. On camera it looks different than it does in person. In person it kind of looks like it's my shade. Let's try 4.2. And okay, now this shade is giving me more warmth and oranginess. I think if I mix these two together, I would get like the perfect shade. I'm gonna just do that. I'm going to list my foundation shades down below. So if you are close to me in foundation, let me know what shade you are if you've tried this foundation. So yeah, these are the colors mixed together. And today we're going to use an actual beauty blender. Like usually I use my Juno Sponge, but since this is a beauty blender video, we're going to go ahead and use a beauty blender. It's looking pretty good so far. I can't complain. It's been such a long time since I've used a beauty blender. And I'm not mad at it. I do think if I was to use 420 by itself, it would be a little too warm. So mixing it between 410 is working for me. So this is what the foundation looks like so far. It's not matte and it's not hella dewy. It's more like a satin finish. I'm sure it's supposed to be like a medium to full coverage foundation. I do like it so far. Do I want to put on more? Yeah, I'm going to put on a little bit more. And now we're going to go ahead and use the concealer. I don't know, like it looks so much brighter than I thought it would, especially like looking at the container. I really like the applicator on this. It really gets into like all the little crevices. Like I don't want to put this all over my face just yet, just because I feel like it's drying down pretty quickly. It's such a thick concealer in my opinion, so I wouldn't leave this in any spot for too long because it will take a lot to blend it out. That's the gist that I'm getting from it so far. Oh, did I mention this concealer is $26? I think that's a bit steep. I don't know, guys. They say full coverage. I don't really see full coverage. But I'm trying to gauge if that's just because this color is not really giving me the warmth that I thought it would, because it's supposed to be a warm shade. I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose and my forehead. Okay, we're gonna go in with one more layer just to see if it's buildable. Like it's not settling in my creases or anything. It pretty much looks set to me, but we're gonna just go ahead and put one more. Okay, so it is buildable. It didn't do anything weird by adding another layer on top of it. I'm going to use a little bit of the foundation again to try to blend out everything. Okay, I'm going to set it with some setting powder. Okay, usually I set under my eyes with my Anastasia setting powder, but I can't find it right now, so I'm gonna use the next best thing for me, which is my Laura Mercier. So I'm gonna go ahead and press out any creases. Gonna set my face and brush off the powder with some Sephora Micro Smooth. Okay, so with my base done, we could go ahead and look at this up close and see what it's looking like so far. I'm not gonna lie, even though the color wasn't like the color I was going for or what I thought it was gonna look like, it looks good. It looks really good. My skin looks good, and under my eyes aren't creasing up or look really dry or cakey. So, like, it's not giving me full coverage, and I'm not sure if that's because of the color I chose. Like, maybe I need to go darker. Maybe that's contributing to the darkness under my eyes because the concealer is a little too bright for me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and give this concealer and foundation a wear test. Right now it's 2:39. I'm gonna go ahead and go about the rest of the day, finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back later to let you guys know how everything held up throughout the day. So I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, I am back. It is now 8 o'clock. I think I left you guys around like 2:40-ish. This is how my makeup looks now. I kind of ripped off my eyelashes and took off some of my hair pieces because I totally forgot that I was recording this video for you guys. But let's go ahead and look at my face up close. I didn't do any touch-ups, but from what I'm seeing right now, it looks pretty good. In person, it doesn't really look oily. It just looks like it got a pretty good wear. Yeah, everything's in place. Like the blush is still there, my highlight is still there, everything just looks in place. For the foundation, I can't say anything bad about the foundation. It wore very well. I didn't get it to be full coverage. Maybe I would have had to build it up a little bit more, but I do like it. It's not my favorite. I'll probably wear it again to really see, but as of right now, I don't see myself buying it. That's not because it's not good, it's just because I already have a foundation that I really like and I'd rather use that one. The concealer doesn't look too bad. It kind of looks a little dark under this eye, and that's because of my mascara. I have on the Better Than Sex mascara, and it looks like it kind of rubbed off on the bottom of my eye, so that's why it looks a little dark down there. The creases do look a little more accentuated than when I left. Because I do so many reviews, like I could really nitpick at certain things that I see a certain concealer does that another one doesn't, and I can't say that this is my favorite concealer. That being said, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I don't want you guys to get the impression that it's a horrible concealer. It's just, it doesn't hold up to my favorite concealer, which is the Dose of Colors concealer, and Dose of Colors also makes my favorite foundation. I would recommend you guys to try it. It's just, personally for me, it's not my favorite, so I might end up returning it. If I do, I'll update you guys in the description box. But that wraps up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you found today's video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.